thinking it's the gear shift at any point. They load the cars up on the power rectangle start. Championship. Can he get that start for Hyundai down towards the first corner?
Race winner early this year in Spain. His eighth coming into the round of the series. Race for wall racing back in 2019. He starts in the front row of the William Conti, the Frenchman. He is at the lights to corner. And now they go for the final race in World TCR. Very sharply penalised one pipe. A third of the HI custom hatchback car in the best number. Back row there, they count 3 or 4 spots. But straight away, as the new train, everybody charging down the right-hand side to turn 1.
The Spaniard to try and make the move in the last sector. Get the big one down the front straight.
The finish line here and wins. Surely Bend Motorsport Park will run a point fast against the Go Racing team. They're all over line down here. Montenegro on the podium.
Down in sixth, right over from Josh McCarthy, so top five, and just moves over the whole laps of the championship leader, the right championship leader. Just goes to show the pedigree of Josh McCarthy there. Those two guys just couldn't get going through the field after all their speed yesterday, but they couldn't wait though. Nicholas fast up the race, and was the last lap of the race. But that was a beautiful drive. This is the warmest conditions we've had in about all legends, turbocharged. I really like them up there. So it's been a few floating around that 5-second mark that we saw yesterday for the race victory. Only thankfully for Girolami, he hasn't got a 5-second penalty. Yeah, very much like that. So it's about this time of the race when it started popping up yesterday.
Tcr Tcr
this recent burst of form for Hyundai, looking to do the double here at the Bend. And James Moffat driving those cars. David Wall at one point. Second and final race. Fourth position now, Josh Blumen continuing to lead the Australian style back there in the late Tcr Australian Cup, the best place car in the Australian Series. Dominating the top 5 positions, and ultimately went on to do the same in qualifying. I think it's just so impressive that these international pro drivers are making
the GOAT, Jamie Winker. So a couple of the big questions here, particularly the lower time drivers. They've not done a lot, sometimes no starts, certainly in a Gen 3 supercar. And that then means it leads to having done very little or no running on a low temperature, low pressure tyre on lap 1 and 2. And then there's the whole business of managing that tyre through the first stint. Nobody's done a long wheel, they go off on there. So there are a couple of intriguing questions to throw. McLeod, in terms of his supercar career, this will be race start number 3 for him. And so the people that are around him, like Jamie Whitcup, it's 559 starts and he'll be effectively alongside him on this staggered grid. So that gives you a little bit of an idea as to the offset. Cooper Murray will be pretty speedy in this group as well, I imagine, for position number 8. Spare a thought for Jones. Had a quick word with him on the grid. Fabian Coulthard has been a victor at this location as well. Jaden Ojeda was racing here last weekend. He was in a GT car.
There are 10 of these young gentlemen today that have done less than 10 races. So when you put those numbers together, you add massive difference.
Whitcup and McLeod. Row number 2.
Turn 1. He did. Earlier in the weekend, it's great.
We saw the replay of that just a few moments ago. Second, Whitcup continues to lead. Hazelwood just searching for a bit of
this one. Lowndes together with Cricket. There have been some priors there involved in Declan Fraser. We had a clutch drama. Unfortunately, those guys all struggling with that one. And then the moment came. Hazelwood driving together again with Kostecki, the reigning Bathurst 1000 champions, getting on top 3 so far. 71 laps to go here at the Bend.
Hazelwood's a Bathurst winner. Winterbottom's a Bathurst winner. Tander's a Bathurst winner. Coulthard is a race winner. Moffat has been on the podium at Bathurst. He's a race winner. Ojada's relatively new to the game. He's in 6th at the moment. Jack Stewart, it's all new for him. Dale Wood, Tim Slade, Scott Pye, position number 10. Moffat having a think here about okay, it was a big one, whatever it was.
No, it's not. It's Joe Stewart.
Showing up as see something about what's to come in this race as we start to get closer to closing out the co-driver laps. So you've got Hazelwood will hand off to Brodie Kostecki. You've got Winterbottom, he'll hand off to Cam Waters. You've got Tander, he'll hand off to Matty Payne. And you've got Moffat, he's going to hand off to Thomas Randall. For Fabian Coulthard, he hands off to Chaz Moffat. So
dive in and show you. You can see the clear little bit of hose there, right? That's the airflow coming out. That's why that little bit clear. Apart from the fact that he's got a timer in front of him there, and he's got a radio being told how much fuel put in. You can see when the tank's full, that fills up. At the moment, that's airflow. Now, somewhere between the tank and if there's fuel into it, it's air going the other way. So here, this is air. Now somewhere on the tank of the car, I might go down and see if we can get up on our cab. add. If there's a fuel in there that air can't travel out quickly, that's going to stop your flow. And this is all important stuff for Bathurst, because we see this a lot right here. It's going to
Winterbottom's now in here as well.
Wheels hogs.
System, and you can see how cramped it is down the left-hand side. So you can imagine what it's like with the air spikes down there as well, together with the refueling, together with wheels and tyres being changed.
Looks like, from what we're hearing there, that car 2's got 4 new tyres for Ryan Wood. There you go. for Waters, and then 10 for come in. So Hazelwood in, but 3.5 seconds now, so quite a big gain there for Tickford.
Brody Stecky about to leap in this car. That's him.
It does demonstrate that Randall is really aggressive in the top 10 for the final series, because remember Ryan Wood is currently 9th and Thomas is 10th.
So this is a 6-second error down there. So that's all the way down the bottom there, down the bottom here at turn 10.
Whoa, just escaped on him.
Yeah, just and we've seen a lot of experience. Slipping out into process. Lucky Dalton's now the leader as John Stewart has come in. Two stops under his belt.
Racing in this next stint. Very fast.
The car's certainly getting better as it cools down. And I think if you go in any garage, they'll say the same thing. We saw that yesterday in the shootout. So, yeah, look, I don't know. I haven't even looked to see how it's all going to shake out in the next moment or so. But there'll be some sort of sting in the tail, boys. So we just got to be ready for that.
Thanks, GT. All the best.
Thanks.
Todd Hazelwood out of car number 38. Man of the match performance for you, mate, in that first stint. Is that a bit of a dream?
And this is dive. I thought originally it was a bit of a dive pass, but it wasn't. Turn 17 and understeered a little bit wide, and it's a long list. You might as well put a trail down there.
Easily done and costly. Yeah, we've already seen some examples of this being 5, 6, this will be just about grabbing some points. He's got 3:45 in hand.
It does, with 300 points on the line. That does make a huge difference, doesn't it? So Jamie this morning would have been expecting to do 38 laps.
This wasn't in the script. I'm curious to understand if we get a word with him whether there was anything on the road down there.
Teams, the stewards have imposed a pit lane penalty of drive-through to car 31 for a pit lane speed limiter breach.
James Golding in that car at the moment in 16th position, so that's not good news.
There's the leader. There's the leader of this race. Kostecki.
Yeah, I was just driving down the turn 17 there down the straight and then the right rear blew. We came to the pits, put a right rear on, but then the left one
I know this is a pretty big moment for yourself, your family, your dad. You must be proud that you're a supercar driver now.
Yeah, it was pretty cool when I was doing the demonstration. I was racing it. Circumstances. I just want to say a big thanks to the Premier team for bringing me along.
All the best, mate.
Thank you very much.
Huge moment for Nash, congratulations. Tough introduction to the business though, unfortunately, as we pick up on Cam Hill here, sitting in 10th position. He started out at position 2 in this race in the Supercars numbers here at the moment, just second lead somewhere in the next 4. Here in position number 11.
Going off there, but other than that, pace was okay. Yeah, hopefully we can do SA proud. Mind you, there's a few of us in the field, yeah, between Nick and myself and Toddy and Scotty Pye, so yeah.
Break Sticky's got 2.1 top 3. What is interesting at the moment, if you just think in championship terms, Nick Percat, given his strong showing at the moment, he's also making points, which is critical. So the weekend hasn't gone their way for either of those two cars, but he's at least redeeming something out of the day. Importantly, in behind Zach Bates and Ryan Gray. Started the stint, so it's a fair recovery for them as well.
It looks like Ryan Wood's grabbing that next spot. This is for 5th and 6th. And when we had the onboard shot, you can see that Will was really working hard.
Great shot of Ryan Wood on the double left-hander down there as he continues this little seesaw battle that's going on. We're focusing on 5th and 6th. 8 seconds spread across these guys. To review him, because this is one of the big things that also determines your success in these races, and that is the
So a couple of laps ago, Kosecki was the 10th fastest and Waters was the 5th. On the last lap, Kosecki was the 6th fastest and Cam was 4th.
Rest. Martin just sitting there steady at the moment at 1.2 seconds between that man on screen and the driver chasing him. Payne in position 3. Matty Payne's just having the world's quietest afternoon out there because it's 11 seconds. Back to Brown, so it's out there on his own at the moment.
Much younger tyres for those three competitors. And Chaz Boston is in the killing sprint race is that the 345-point lead that because of all the field parameters that
and losses in both this race and the Repco Bathurst 1000 because of the Repco replay down the inside here. Just keeps on fluctuating. Having stopped last on lap number 82, he's got pretty fresh tyres relative to those around him. Dim Squally stopped on 72, so he's 10 laps better off in grip.
Coming on straight, he said that slide was Cam Waters, and when he arrived there, it ran really wide.
These fellas sometimes 1.7 seconds. Miss an apex.
No doubt about that. And the two of them, because they aren't driving them on the ragged edge, very easy. Here where they are on the racetrack right now, is a habit for their people. Fresh time straight down the inside of Evans.
So a little less than 10 kilometres of running now is going to sort out the air touch.
So we got that time there. 12 spots, Perkin up 6. Bates up 10. Nice job as a wildcard entry, and also a nice job by Lockie Dalton and
enjoying the senior role with the young guys in the mentoring role that he's got with Bend Motorsport Park as well. They've been doing a little bit of and a really solid history of success. Last time out in 2023. How's that, young Todd? Big thumbs up for that one.
years of age. He made his debut at Bathurst in 2019. He's still and he did it with 6 wins and 10 poles. To this location with plenty of form. He knows the tricks at the bend, and as the reigning superb performance by both those drivers, but also a superb performance by the team. No mistakes. Supercars. Great job also by Cam Waters. And his esteemed colleague. Very pleased with that one. Brett Ralph, the owner of the team, is in the garage this weekend. I'm sure that Dick Johnson and their man has put together a second victory for that team in 2020. So Todd Hazel, he's impressive, isn't he? And he's trying to shoot. Pretty cool to do that on home soil, isn't it? You have a lot of fresh there with Nick Lane driving up alongside Cam Waters. Cam would have seen Matt coming because in the last lap, Cam Waters turned the headlights off to say, I'm done, Brady, I'm over. But he also looked behind and he saw Matt playing with the lights on. So they're the provisional points there. The Matthew Payne gain has been huge. Only 71 points now. Will Brown 196 and Cam Waters just in behind also. So when you have such big points hauls for these races, and Neil's been talking about it all weekend, the complexion of this championship will change immensely by the time we finish at the Repco Bathurst 1000. Because when you've got 200-300 point days, 600...
For Penrite Racing, it's Matthew Payne and Garth Tander. In second place, in car number 6 for Monster Castrol Racing, Cam Waters and Mark Winterbottom. From today's winning team, Shell V-Power Racing, here's George Commons. And presenting the winners of the AirTouch 500 at the Bend in car number 38 from Shell V-Power Racing, Brody Kostecki and Todd Hazelwood.
Yay!
Presenting today's third place trophies from the Bend, here's Wayne Williams. Presenting today's second place trophies from OTR is Mark Fenton. Presenting today's team's trophy from Ryco is Peter Rio. And presenting our first place trophy to Brody Kostecki and Todd Hazelwood, here's Emil Norden from AirTouch, our presenting sponsor. And ladies and gentlemen, that is your race 26 podium at the AirTouch 500 at the Bend. It's time for the celebrations.
Shoo-wee, 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 shoo-wee. Shoo-wee, 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 shoo-wee. Shoo-wee, shoo-wee, shoo-wee. Shoo-wee, 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 shoo-wee. They're gonna do shoo-wee. Oh. Oh, no shooing. Oh, well.